Right, Knicks fans, we need to talk. Because Tuesday came and went and something that a lot of people expected to happen just didn't happen. Miles McBride is still without a new contract. No extension. No signature. Nothing. And if you've been following this story, you know that deadline was supposed to mean something. Before we get into it, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now. Because we're covering every single twist and turn of this Knicks season. And trust me, this McBride situation is about to get a lot more interesting. So here's where we're at. Tuesday was basically treated like a soft deadline for front office and McBride's camp to get something done on an extension. And when the clock ran out with no deal in place, a lot of fans panicked. I saw the comments. I saw the group chats blowing up. Are we losing Deuce? Is management sleeping on this? I get it. The frustration is real. But here's the thing that's actually being reported, and it's something I think more people need to hear before they lose their minds. This isn't necessarily dead. According to insiders close to the situation, there's still a real chance a new deal gets worked out down the road. So take a breath. We are not in crisis mode yet. And this is a big but, even if a deal eventually gets done, that does not automatically mean Miles McBride is locked into Madison Square Garden for the long haul. And this is where it gets interesting and honestly a little frustrating if you're a fan who just wants stability. Here's what a lot of casual fans don't realize. Most people assume that when a veteran signs an extension, there's some magic 6-month no-trade window that keeps him in town no matter what. That's the general rule under the league's collective bargaining agreement. Sign the extension. And in theory, the front office can't just flip you the next day. Sounds simple, right? Except this front office, and honestly, front offices around the league, have found ways to work around it. And the Knicks might be able to use exactly that kind of loophole here. Let me break it down for you, because it actually comes down to 3 very specific conditions. Number 1, any extension worked out between McBride and the Knicks cannot run longer than 3 additional seasons beyond the 2026-27 season. That's the ceiling. Number 2, his annual salary can't swing up or down by more than 5% year over year. Nice and controlled, no wild jumps. And number 3, whatever new deal gets signed cannot exceed 120% of the league's average salary. That's the cap on the whole thing. Now here's the kicker. Right now, today, without any of those extension restrictions applying, McBride could actually sign a deal worth up to 4 years. So if he and the Knicks structure an extension that checks every one of those 3 boxes I just mentioned, this front office could technically still use him as a trade chip in the middle of the season if they wanted to, even after signing him to a new deal. Let that sink in for a second. And look, I'm going to be honest with you as a fan here, because that's what this channel is about, no sugarcoating. That should make every single one of us a little uneasy. We're talking about a guy who's become one of the most valuable trade assets on this entire roster. This is a guy who, by pretty much every advanced metric and every insider ranking out there, is considered one of the most underrated players in the whole NBA right now. And instead of talking about locking him up long-term with real security, we're talking about the front office preserving flexibility to potentially ship him out mid-season. That doesn't sit right with me, and I don't think it should sit right with you either. Now, let's talk about why this even matters, because there is a real basketball reason behind all of this, and it's not just front office games for the sake of games. Right now, the Knicks are thin at center, painfully thin. Karl-Anthony Towns and Andre Drummond are the only 2 true options at that spot on this roster. That's it. That's the depth chart. And from everything being reported, Leon Rose and this front office know it. They want another big man in that rotation, and they want one badly. Here's the part that really gets me, though. If the front office genuinely wanted to go out and sign one of the centers available in free agency, they've had every opportunity to do it already. One insider put it pretty bluntly. If the Knicks wanted to hand a guaranteed 1-year deal to one of these free agent bigs, they would have already pulled the trigger. They haven't, which tells you everything you need to know about where their head is at. So if free agency isn't the plan, that leaves the trade market. And unfortunately, if you're reading between the lines here, McBride's name being usable in a trade, even after an extension, starts to make a lot more sense from a front office perspective. Not because they don't value him, because he might be the exact piece that gets a deal for a real center across the finish line. Now I want to hear from you on this one, because this is genuinely a split-the-room kind of topic. Drop a comment right now. Would you be okay with the Knicks using McBride in a trade for a legit starting center? Or is he a guy you think this front office needs to protect and build around no matter what? I read every single comment, so let me know where you stand. And listen, if this front office does end up moving him at some point down the line, I want it on record right now. A lot of us saw this coming. This contract structure, if it plays out the way it's being reported, isn't an accident. It's by design. It gives Leon Rose and this front office maximum flexibility while still technically getting a deal done on paper. Smart from a business standpoint? Maybe. Frustrating for fans who love watching this kid play? Absolutely. Before you go, smash that like button if you want more honest, no-filler breakdowns like this one. It genuinely helps this channel grow, and it tells me you want more of this kind of coverage. And make sure you're subscribed with notifications on, because if there's any movement on this McBride situation, whether it's a new extension getting signed or trade rumors heating up, we are going to be the first channel to break it down for you. Drop your prediction in the comments right now. Does Miles McBride finish the season in a Knicks uniform? Or do you think he ends up being the centerpiece in a deal for a starting center before the trade deadline in February? I want to see your takes down below. Thanks for watching, Knicks fans. Stay locked in, because this front office is clearly playing chess right now, and we're going to be right here breaking down every single move. See you in the next one.